Hey guys, it's me Falco, welcome back to another video. In today's video, as you can see, I have another Sendico box. So this has come all the way from Japan, which is pretty cool. It came earlier than expected as well. It was supposed to come tomorrow. It takes about 5 days. I have FedEx shipping. I think FedEx, at least for me, is the cheapest option with the fast shipping process. And it's okay so far. But yeah, it took 5 days. It usually takes 5 days. It took 4. It came a day early. So that's neat. I'll put this to the side and we can drag all the stuff out. And yeah. Okay, so I'll do what I did last time and just drag these things out one by one. Sendico packs their stuff really well, which is nice. So usually you don't have any damages. First of all, we have a Game Boy Color. It's in like this clear purple. I don't know if it's atomic purple, if that's what we called it. I'm not too sure. And a copy of Crystal in there, which we'll drag out in a bit. Secondly, I'm going to pull out 2 things because they do coincide with each other. Here we have a blue Game Boy SP and then a silver Game Boy SP. This shipment package wasn't as big as the other one, but I still got some really cool stuff which I really wanted. Next up, obviously you just have the charger to these guys. And I'm also going to pull out this, which is Pocket Monster Kin Gin Crystal version. So it's Pokemon Stadium version 2, so Pokemon Stadium 2 as far as I know. I don't think it's anything else. I think they just changed it from Pokemon Stadium Gold, Silver, Crystal version to just Pokemon Stadium 2 in the West, which is a bit easier to probably say altogether. And then finally, a really weird item, at least in my opinion. I don't think anyone's really going to know what these are. But they're just like little lanyards. So I'll pull them all out. We'll go in a similar order to as we started. And yeah. Okay, so to start out with, like I said, we have this box copy of Pokemon Crystal. Really, really cool. And then next up, we have the Game Boy Color. It doesn't say anywhere on the front, it just says Game Boy Color. But on the back, it's all boxed. And it says Clear Purple, so clear purple. I don't know where atomic purples come from in my head, to be honest. But I think we should take the Game Boy out first, I'm not gonna lie. As you can see, it's really well packed, especially during back in the day. Oh, that's so cool. That's so neat. I love that so much. As you can see, it comes with a back as well. There was something in this box kind of making a noise or a sound somehow. It still kind of is. And I'm not sure what it is, but we'll find out, hopefully. As you can tell, we have a couple small details. I remember when I purchased this, the person was like, oh, watch out because of the... Oh, something has fallen out onto the floor. Sorry, back to the unboxing, but when I purchased this Game Boy, I basically got a notice on the bottom saying, oh, watch out for the graffiti from childhood. But it's got both like little pamphlets, which is really nice. Also, the thing which was inside making that noise did fall out onto the floor. That's why the video may be cut a bit weird. Tried finding it. Could I find it? Not at all. I'm just going to wipe the screen down so it's got no fingerprint stains on it. As you can see, there's some scratches here and there, but that is really, really cool, especially for back in the day. This should be all working, as far as I know. I'm just going to plug these good old batteries in to the back. And yeah, this is a really, really cool purchase to me. I'm going to make sure the volume's up. Very quiet. You can hear the sound from the speaker. I'm going to put the speaker a bit closer to the mic and hopefully you'll be able to pick it up. I'm not sure if you'll be able to hear it, but it's really, really faint. So I'm not too sure what the problem is. It may need a clean. It may just be the capacitors once again. I'm not too sure, but we'll leave this here for now. I think that's a good placement. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to move the box to the left just a bit much. And then onto this. Look how cool that is. The condition as well. For being however many years old, about 20 or so. That is in mint condition almost. There's some, you know, Squashes on the box, not a huge problem to me. Not completely mint, but as mint as I would like a game of this age to be, really, for a price I got it for. Now if we open this up, you can see there's gold and silver here. I think of the names, I'm not too sure. But they're your protagonists. Really cool box design. Nowadays we don't get stuff like that, sadly. What I'm going to do, I'm going to just tip it all out, it's a bit easier. So we have the leaflet for the game. Really neat. Look at that, you got the unknown, you got the Skarmory there in the back. Imagine playing this as a kid. Sadly, I'm a bit too young to have played this in my childhood era, but that must have been so cool to see. I would have read that 1,000 times over, no worries. Now this is going to be a thing telling us that in 2001, the 27th of January, mobile, what does that say? Yeah, mobile adapter Game Boy, Yo-Yo, blah blah blah. Kimi no Pokemon Crystal ga sarani power up. So, oh god, 6,000 yen almost back in the day for 2001. It looks like it's basically something that adapts to your phone and Pokemon Crystal version, possibly an app, as it says, power app. Now onto this. Apologies for my Japanese and how quick it's been translated, but I love Crystal. Look at that. So as you can tell, really old Game Boy Color game. Compared to Gold, the Game Boy Color kind of goes in here, like the Game Boy thing goes in. Crystal, it comes out, it's clear. You can tell it's been used. There's some scratches on, here, on the actual artwork. The stickers come up a bit on the bottom right, but it isn't a problem at all. Now on the back, that is my favorite design of a PCB for a game. It's got an actual crystal on the inside, not on the case, on the actual PCB itself. Really cool. I think this was Japanese exclusive for this. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to plug this in, and we have to load it up with a really faint sounds of this Game Boy, sadly. But 2000 was a release date. Oh, ditto. I've never seen that before. I don't even think that's in the Pokemon Gold version. That is really cool. Unknown. I'm hoping you guys can catch it as much as this as I can. But this is really neat to me. Sorry for if the camera moves. That is so cool. No save file, sadly. The battery's probably died after all those years. But that is so neat to me. I think out of all the purchases I've done for this lot, this has to be my favourite. Just Pokemon Crystal and this Game Boy. I got it for a really good deal, about £60 altogether. In the UK, this would cost me at least like 75, 80. Probably a bit more, closer to 100 for a boxed version with the pamphlets and as good as condition this is in. This easily would have cost me 100 in English. And even in Japanese, these are like going for 35 to 40. This is probably about 45 to 50-ish pounds. So I got a really good deal compared to what most listings are. Just amazing. Like, to have this in my collection is really cool. I hope you guys can also feel how happy I am. Now, onto the next stuff. Okay, next guys, we have the Pokemon Stadium. I thought we'd keep with the Crystal Gold Silver version kind of idea. And I'm just going to pull this out and lower the volume because it's going to be a bit loud. Just toss that down to the side. However, as you can see, it's been used, it's been lugged. There's some scratches on the box and the corners. The top's been used a fair bit. You can see the paint's come off. But here's the side, Pokemon Crystal. Oh, it's even got a red Gyarados. That is so cool. I think you could connect this to your actual Game Boy game, just back in the day. This is so amazing to me. You can see there, you've got the Meganium and you have the Typhlosion, and then, it transfers over from your Game Boy to your Nintendo 64. And you can see the Typhlosions through there. I think you needed the adapter as it shows down here. I'm hoping you guys can see. and you'd plug your Game Boy game into there, and basically it'd all go into the game. Totodile, Chikorita, Cyndaquil. I was hoping Sendico was going to be on that side. Sadly, nothing on the bottom, but you got Ho-Oh and Lugia on the box. Pichu, Togepi. Where's the Suicune? Crystal version, don't be lying to me. But yeah, let's open this up. This is really cool as well. I know it's not the best condition. I got this literally for about £2. Really good deal. We're going to leave the game there for a second, and we're going to take a look at this pamphlet. You got all of the Gen 2 Pokemon listed on here, as well as some of the Gen 1 ones in the back. As you can see, you've got Gengar, and you've got Coughing, hopefully, and you've got the, Steelix, Wooper, Ursaring, Heracross, Typhlosion, Umbreon. Really, really cool. Something telling you how to attach your N64. Let's see if there's anything more interesting in here. I'm guessing it's saying you can basically drag it from all of these games, all your data. Oh, that is so sick. There's the adapter for the N64 controller, the 64GB pack, or 64 Game Boy pack possibly. Oh, that is so neat, guys. Mewtwo, Togepi, Bayleaf, Teddiursa, Snubbull, Politoed. Oh, this is so cool. Wobbuffet. I don't know what it is. These old games like this, I've never played them at all in my life, but they're so cool to me. And here you go, here's the actual N64 game. I have an N64 downstairs. Sadly, I can't set it up to show you guys how it plays, because my controller is also a bit messed up and I don't think I have the adapter. But as you can tell, Ho-Oh, Lugia, the same as on what's on the front. Nintendo 64 cassette. And I think I've never seen it come in here in a package like this, because I don't have a boxed copy of an N64 game. Also, I'm sorry, but whoever packed this up, they put the game upside down, and that kind of annoys me, just because of I'd like it to be the right way up when I unbox it. But overall, that is so cool. So as you can see, we've got it all together here. Really, really neat. So let's move on to the next things as well. Okay, next up we have the Game Boy Advance SPs. I already have one already, to be honest. I'm going to lower the volume while I unbox these, of course. This one here wasn't too bad. But there you go, we have a blue one and a silver one. As you can tell, the blue one is a bit too scratched on the top there. I'm looking to reshelve this with a like a reproduced Kyogre shell. I thought that would be really, really neat to have. This one I may keep the same, but what we're going to do, we're going to turn both on. As far as I know, both are perfectly well working. This one has a bit more battery in it. They're both the 001 versions, and we are going to use a Game Boy Color game for this, just because we got Crystal, so we may as well. As you can tell, the bottom of these, well loved. It was still both the 001 version, not the 101, which has the better screen. What I think I want to do is load a Crystal up on this blue one, and maybe I should plug the game in first before doing that. It would be a smart idea. And actually turn on the actual game. So here we go. You can see the screen a bit better for the game, and hopefully it loads, or maybe it won't. Okay, it's finally loaded. I had to cut the video up a bit, but I've loaded Crystal. There's the Ditto sounds. You couldn't hear those earlier. Oh, this is so sick. The unknown sounds. I haven't even seen the intro ever. More unknown. I wonder if it's spelling out anything in particular. Pichu, Wooper, completely different from the other versions. Really, really cool. Suicune running across. I'll turn it down a bit so we don't get deafened. Really, really cool. We'll just skip to the page itself. As you can tell from there, really neat. The hinges work perfectly well as well. No problems there. actually really, really cool. I'm sorry guys, I keep saying it, but it is. All of this stuff to me is super, super neat to have as a collection purpose. I will probably be keeping one of these and selling the silver one if I don't need it. I'm going to mess about with it and see what I can do, if I can clean it up a bit and fix it if there is any problems. Or this blue one should be perfectly fine. You can change the brightness here as a backlit button, as most people may not know if you've had this system before. But yeah, these are really cool just to have. Like I said, I do have a silver one already. I think it's a slightly different color. It's a greenish silver, but both of these are really, really neat. I'll bring them up a bit closer for you guys to see in a bit more detail, hopefully. And yeah, there you go. And there's the backs. Here's the charging ports and the adapting ports. And there's the cartridge slots. Okay, finally onto the last thing we have. Some people may call me a bit weird for having this and buying it for like literally almost no reason. I'd agree. Let's take them out. Okay, they're both finally out of the packaging. There's more than I expected, but these two are basically just lanyards. As you can see, one is Kyogre here, if it focuses, and one has Groudon there. Really, really cool. As far as I know, these were from Advanced Battles around that area. I'm not sure what it says on the bottom. Pokemon Star Advance Generation. Sorry, my poor katakana reading has got me that far. But it says Pocket Monsters Groudon there. It's got a little Groudon. I hope you guys can see right there. The light's too low for me to kind of focus it on the camera, which I apologize for. And the same with the Kyogre here. But Pokemon Advanced Generations is what these are from. So about the time when you had Advanced Battles and whatnot going on in TV, these were released. So in the mid-2000s. Really, really neat. And not much to say about them besides they're literally just lanyards with, you know, a little Groudon, a little Kyogre. I really, really want to use these for something. And yeah, either way, that's going to be it for these. And I'm going to drag everything together for you guys to see. Okay guys, that is everything we have from this Sendico package. Really, really cool stuff. I hope you'd agree with me. I hope you enjoyed me unboxing and basically reacting to me just fanboy over all of these things, especially Crystal and Pokemon Stadium. This Game Boy, really cool. I'm glad to have that in the collection. The box is a really nice quality. No problems at all as far as I can tell. It's better than my other Game Boy Color box, which is the EU purple version. And it has some stickers which have kind of dragged the paint off, sadly. But Crystal, this Game Boy Color, Pokemon Stadium, 2 Advanced SPs, and these 2 lanyards. Could I ask for a better package to unbox today? No, not really. Really happy with everything. I hope you guys have a good day, good night, good evening, whatever time it may be for you. If you like the content, please do subscribe and like the video and share it. It'd mean a lot to me. In the future, I'm going to be reshelling this and probably seeing what's up with this one, if there is any problems, which there shouldn't be. But maybe having a closer in-depth look at these as well. Either way, have a good day, good night, good evening once again. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Bye.